Hey guys, make sure you stick around so that way we can give you guys a little XRP Ripple update. Along with that, we're also going to get a little bit into the World Economic Forum and what they decide to do. Make sure you stick around. All right. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another J&K podcast. Just wanted to bring up a little Twitter update real quick. We don't have too much crazy news coming from XRP and Ripple right now, but a few events have been coming through lately, and I just want to touch base on them with you guys real quick. Right here we have Stuart Alderati. He is part of the general counsel, or he is the general counsel for Ripple. So this is what I wanted to touch on real quick. Some crazy stuff. In the past few weeks, we've had Jim Cramer. We've had now all of a sudden Charles Gasparino, who looks like he was kind of backing up XRP, but I guess he's not being biased about the situation, but still strange. But anyway, you have Jim Cramer, Charles Gasparino. You have a few other news outlets and media talking down on Ripple and XRP. Then you have now all of a sudden, not too much of a crazy upside, but nothing negative. And my point is that you have Fox Business News now talking about the XRP or Ripple lawsuit. I'm sorry, Ripple lawsuit. Then you have Bloomberg over here bringing up a whole entire spiel about what's going on with crypto. Fight to regulate crypto at crossroads as Ripple ruling looms. So over here they're talking about FTX. Is it a scam? Remember, Gary Gensler had a meeting with that man and FTX. Let it slide through for a whole entire year. Anyway, Bloomberg brings up, among a handful of closely watched fintech lawsuits, the Ripple decision is the most high profile. Now it's a high profile. Kind of weird. Its digital token XRP is the sixth largest crypto token with a market value of almost $20 billion, according to CoinMarketCap. You just have to imagine that the judges will be influenced by the investor loss they've seen, and the SEC will make clear to them that if you rule the other way, we will not have the tools that we need to fight this kind of activity. They are doing the regulation by enforcement, so you need to go to court with these guys and basically lose because they say that they have a broad brush of regulation. So Ripple has contended that XRP does not meet the test because sales took place in the secondary market and there was no pooling of profits. Basically, Ripple is not taking any money from XRP. All the money that's get bought from or used to buy XRP is basically just held as a currency. Selling an asset on a secondary market is most akin to a commodity and should be regulated as such. The company's general counsel, Stuart Alderati, said in an interview, "You don't lose consumer protection and you keep bad actors out. Regulation needs to be done in a way that respects the reality of what an asset is." Even though XRP was sold in the secondary market, there was no pooling of the profits. Trading in digital asset commodities, which U.S. regulators have largely agreed includes Bitcoin, is subject to a patchwork of state regulation but not federal oversight. Some policymakers have sought to rectify that through legislation to give the CFTC authority over the types of tokens. CFTC actually claimed XRP as a digital asset, I believe. But if the Ripple ruling determines that XRP is a security, it would give the SEC ammunition to claim jurisdiction over the majority of digital assets. So yeah, just kind of like the library case that happened before, you're going to see that they're going to try to possibly use that case. That case will set precedent because it basically settled before. What a weird coincidence. They pushed for library, got that to happen. But the reason why this case is taking so long is because Gensler has slapped multi-million-dollar fines on crypto companies and those who promote digital assets. The SEC, however, hasn't produced specific guidance for when a digital token amounts to a security, and Gensler has said existing rules are clear. It's not, though. This is different kind of technology. Don't let whatever Gensler says on TV believe the opposite. Those rules, dinosaur. Imagine dinosaur. We're here with new technology, that need new kinds of rules. The same way that we are gonna have AI in the future, and actually AI is here right now. We're gonna need regulation on it. Elon Musk has touched on it, and he says that we don't even have regulation, and AI is already being built. So same thing with that. You need regulation with that. You need regulation with crypto. We need it. Instead of engaging in transparent public rulemaking with industry comments, the SEC has chosen to market its digital asset territory via the federal court system. Just as I was saying before, recent court decision did define a digital asset as a security. That's the library case that we were talking about. The Ripple case has more at stake, 1.3 billion in allegedly unregistered issuances versus 12.2 from million of library. That money was never lost. I promise you, people own that currency. No case has captured as much attention as Ripple. Like I said, that's bullshit because nobody was talking about this case when it first happened. Since the SEC filed the suit, a nearly 150,000 strong group known as the XRP Army has kept crypto social media abuzz with round-the-clock posts discussing proceedings and searching for trails that they hope might lead to a victory. It's kind of me. I kind of fall in that category, not going to lie. Most of the projects the SEC has gone after have either not had the resources to fight or for other reasons have found it financially expedient to enter into a settlement. They have multiple business associations going on with other countries around the world. While the U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres, who is overseeing the case, hasn't presided over many other crypto-related cases, she has supervised major business cases. One, a gender-biased class action against Goldman Sachs. It's is scheduled to go trial this summer. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I did not know that. Both the SEC and Ripple have asked Torres for a ruling in their favor without a trial, arguing that she has enough information to make a decision. Now they just have to wait. So that was probably about last month that they filed those rulings. They just want to get this over with. And it's kind of funny to me now the SEC wants to get this over with. I mean, they both do at weird times. So they've been pushing this off for this long because they don't want those William Hinman emails to be released to the public. Now, there's speculation on the table that possibly a settlement goes down based off of the fact that the SEC does not want those emails to be put out to the public. So we'll see. If that happens, then we might have a really good dub here, but we'll see. So that's what Bloomberg's posting over here. Then Stuart Alderati, goes ahead and then also posts Fortune Magazine. What is Fortune Magazine over here needing to say? I haven't gone through this article yet, so we'll go through it together. So with the recent collapse of the BlockFi and FTX, the regulation by enforcement approach of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission when it comes to crypto has been called into question by industry representatives, policymakers, and crypto consumers alike. Remember, he sat in front of Congress and said, they asked so many questions. This man, I cannot answer that. Sir, you are in front of Congress. You better open your damn mouth. So at Ripple, where I serve as a general counsel, we have just passed the 2-year anniversary of our ongoing litigation with the SEC to resolve some fundamental questions about the limits of the SEC's jurisdiction. Same thing that the other article was basically saying. Thankfully, Congress has begun to ask the right questions about why the SEC seems to have been more interested in chasing crypto headlines than bad actors. So looks like they just do a little brief touch on, and this is the entrepreneurs side of Fortune Magazine. And then I just kind of want to end on this.
Asking a lawyer to answer anything in a minute is hard. It usually takes 30 seconds just to say on the one hand and 30 seconds to say on the other hand, but let's give it a shot. Hi, this is Stu Alderati, and this is Crypto in a Minute. So crypto regulation is healthy because, actually, first there's a misconception that actors in the crypto space do not want regulation. And I think responsible actors in the crypto space actually do want regulation. And the reason they want regulation, it's good for their business, it's good for their customers, it's good for the markets. And the way you get there is through clear regulation. Clear regulation consistently applied leads to predictable outcomes. And predictable outcomes are good for everybody. If you don't know what the law requires, you can't comply with the law. And the law inconsistently applied leads to unpredictable outcomes, which at the end of the day is not going to be good for anybody. So I think that's the definition of healthy regulation. And I think in the crypto space, we're working our way to get there. Some markets get it right, some markets get it wrong. And I got 1 second left, so I'm going to stop.
And within the last few days, this man has been dropping non-stop gems. FX Empire. XRP set for choppy session as SEC versus Ripple case takes center stage. In 2019, when they did this lawsuit into 2020, these fools nobody was talking about it. No media outlet was talking about it. Everybody was talking good about Ethereum. And now all of a sudden, the puppets who remember how DAI says it? He says that the puppets come out and they start chirping and they start acting, and then then everything is gonna start unfolding and start laying right beneath all of our eyes. And that's what's happening right now, because I just think it's so weird how now all of a sudden everything changes and the World Economic Forum just happened. Did I tell you about that?
Oh yeah, the meeting between them. Davos was there as well, something like that, right?
Bro, these guys just had their meeting.
We are confronted with unprecedented and multiple challenges. First, our global economy is undergoing deep transformation. The energy transition, the consequences of COVID, the reshaping of supply chains are all serving as catalytic forces for the economic transformation. And the hotspots of this geo-economic remodeling are high inflation, increasing interest rates, and growing national debt. This is particularly hurting low and middle income groups. Second, the geopolitical system is also undergoing deep systemic transformation. We are moving to what some people would call a messy patchwork of powers. There are superpowers, emerging powers, middle powers, regional powers, rogue states, and also large corporate and social media powers, all competing increasingly for power and influence. As a result, the trend is again moving towards increased. And finally, the fourth industrial revolution offers us tremendous opportunities. But as technologies as computing, quantum computing, blockchain, genetics, and so on, they also could create deep societal fragmentation. We believe that we can do it, that through collective responsibility, innovation, human goodwill, and ingenuity, we have the capacity to turn the challenges into opportunities.
His opening statement was basically like, we realize that we're behind and we need to catch up, and this is what we're gonna do. This is them. This is gonna be them taking their fucking like foot and shoving it up everybody else's ass, like social media companies. What's it called? He said nation power, state power. So, this is them saying like, hold on, wait a minute, we're coming, and we're even though we were behind, because dude, like 2019 happened or 2020 happened, and all of a sudden we jumped like 10 years into the future, somewhat. All right, everybody. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hey guys, make sure you stick around so that way we can give you guys a little XRP Ripple update. Along with that, we're also going to get a little bit into the World Economic Forum and what they decide to do. Make sure you stick around.